Okay, so now that we have it held more or less correctly, even though there's no wrong way or right way, I think it's a good idea to have it at least some level of tightness and security, so that especially when you go fast, it doesn't flop all over the place. Okay, so my first thought on playing actually doesn't have anything to do with playing. I'm really strong believer that the most important part of playing this instrument or any instrument is actually listening first. Because if you can listen to the mood of what's going on around you, if you can get a sense of not only the mood, but the speed and kind of the energy, if you can get that in your mind, then what will come out playing will make a lot more sense in the context, as opposed to if like, no, I'm going to play whatever, I'm going to play no matter what's going on around me. This is maybe not the best attitude. The best attitude is to get a sense of what's going on around you. So very important to listen. I wish I could stress this more, but I don't have unlimited time. So I think maybe I'll just stop there. But please, this is the most important part of the playing, is the ear, okay? So once you get a sense of what kind of mood it's in, let's say we're in a slow bud, very deep inwards sort of emotion, okay? So what we're gonna play slow and soft. Slow and soft is pretty much how you do that, right? So for the first sound, there's so many different sounds you can get out of this instrument, but we'll start with the slow one. If you can get, so try this. I'm going to give you a lot of different options of different sounds that you can make, and then you can sort of start to combine them. So we'll start with individual sounds. And my recommendation to you, this is how I was taught by other devotees, is to just get the individual sounds to sound good. And then once your hands can get the individual sounds good, then you can start to connect them and then make like a little beat out of it. Okay, so first sound is going to be a clean ping with just one of the Manjeera. Okay, so I'm going to close this. If I put my finger on this, then this won't make any sound, right? Well, it's making a sound, but it's a closed sound. We're going to call this a closed sound. I can close with the hand on this and thumb on this, then it's going to be closed. Now, if I let my fingers go, then it makes an open sound, okay? As opposed to, okay? So if you can turn, here's one option. You can turn one on its end and one on this end like this, and then holding this one still, open this one, dominant. My dominant is the one that does most of the opening and closing, okay? So, and just literally spend a lot of time, maybe spend more time than you think you need to spend on getting this to get a good, clean ping sound, okay? Really, I mean, I'm telling you, I'll never forget this moment. We were out on the lawn, and this devotee was like drilling me, and it was like an hour or two of just getting this to sound from his perspective good enough. So, and it was a lesson in humility for sure. So really spend time to get the sound to be good. This one is the easy sound to make good, right? You just close it together with this closed and then with this closed. Okay. Then what we can do is we can practice opening both. This is going to be louder, okay? If you can, even with this still, you open both. And oh, it sure is louder. In a bigger hall, this will not hurt my ears so much. Okay. So there you go. So get them both to sound good open, okay? So that's option number 2 for different sounds that you can make. The quietest one for the open is going to be closing one and then opening the other. So you just get one open bell. That's the quietest open you can get. And the second quietest open is opening both, but still keeping them on their edge. So what I'm actually doing is I'm hitting the edge of it into the center of it, or not really quite center, but like right there where my fingernail is. That's kind of where I'm hitting the edge of this, okay? So that's how you get more of a clean sound. Now, whenever you're going really fast, let's say the mood is like really exciting, upbeat, fast mood, then you're gonna wanna get a little more, maybe a little more loudness, maybe if I can use the word aggression, maybe there, I'm sure there's a better word than that, but you know what I mean. It's like you have high energy. There you go. So the high energy is going to be actually when you hit them together on their faces together, okay? You can still do this with one open and one closed. So here's that. You can kind of hear that. You hear multiple sounds at once, right? It's not like I'm hearing a lot more clang. So that's kind of fun when you want more energy. And then you can open both, and that's the loudest that this instrument